Hello friends, today we are going to continue chapter number 5, Movement Towards Independence, lecture number 2. Friends, in the very first lecture of this chapter, we discussed that in this chapter we are going to discuss about the movement towards independence. We discussed in the first lecture that we are going to discuss about several such kind of movements in this chapter. Friends, in the previous chapter also, we discussed about several movements that played a very important role in bringing our independence very near. Friends, we discussed about the revolt of 1857, which played a very important role in bringing the awareness among the people. Friends, we also discussed about the first martyr of this revolt of 1857, who was the Mangal Pandey. Friends, we discussed about the Bang Bang movement in the previous chapter, in which we discussed how the Britishers tried to divide the unity of Hindus and Muslims by dividing Bengal into two parts, East Bengal and West Bengal. Friends, we also discussed about several revolutionary movements in our previous lecture. We discussed about the non-cooperation movement as well. Friends, in the beginning of this chapter, that is in lecture number 1, we discussed about the Simon Commission. Friends, we understood that this Simon Commission was formed to bring the political changes in India. Friends, we discussed that the British Parliament decided to send a commission to India to bring the reforms in India. But when they planned to send the Simon Commission of India, they made this team, including Sir John Simon and 7 other members of British Parliament. But neither a single Indian was included in this commission. So friends, the Indian people strongly believe that if this commission has been sent in India to bring the political changes in India, then there should be at least one Indian in this Simon Commission, so that that Indian can understand the problems and the pains of the Indian society. Friends, but this recommendation was rejected by the British Parliament, and they sent the same Simon Commission to India with the member of 7 members, including Sir John Simon. The peoples all over India strictly boycotted the Simon Commission. We discussed about the ways of boycotting. They protested. Several strikes were observed. Processions were taken out. They spoke the loud slogans of Simon Go Back and unfurled the black flag and wore black clothes. In one of the processions in Lahore, Lala Lajpat Rai got injured during the lathi charge and passed away. Friends, after hearing this news, Veer Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev, they were provoked to take the revenge of Lalaji's death, and they killed Saunders, who had ordered about this lathi charge. Friends, we discussed about this Simon Commission in detail. Today, we are going to discuss about the Nehru Report. Let us understand and start with Nehru Report. Friends, let us understand what is Nehru Report. The constitutional reforms to be presented, the constitutional reforms to be presented through the Simon Commission through the Simon Commission, were opposed by all the political parties in India. These reforms were strictly opposed by all the political parties of India. So Lord Birkenhead, who was Secretary of State, who was the Secretary of State for India, Secretary of State for India, of the British in India, gave a sample draft to Indians, gave a sample draft to Indians for preparing the constitution, for India, for preparing the constitution for India. In this draft, Birkenhead stated that Indian leaders of all parties should together formulate a constitution and present it to the British government. The British would then study and approve if appropriate. If that constitution might be appropriate, then the British government would approve this. So Burke stated that these Indian leaders should frame a constitution for India, and if it is proper, then the British government would approve it. The Indians took up this challenge. The National General Assembly under the leadership of its president Motilal Nehru drafted a report they drafted a report. This report was known as Nehru Committee Report. This report was known as Nehru Committee Report. The report that was drafted by the National General Assembly and its president was Motilal Nehru, and that is why this report was known as Nehru Committee Report. This report was later known as Nehru Report. This report was later known as Nehru Report. It consisted, this report consisted details related to dominion status, independent judiciary, fundamental rights, and adult suffrage. That should be included in Indian Constitution. However, the British government rejected the recommendation. They rejected the recommendation made in the report and accepted the unreasonable recommendation of Simon Commission. They accepted the recommendation of Simon Commission instead of Nehru Report. Now friends, this was the information about Nehru Report. Now let us learn about the demand for complete independence. Friends, let us learn about the demand for complete independence. Demand for complete independence. During 1929, the year 1929, the members of National Assembly namely Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose were active leaders in India. They were active national leaders in India in the year 1929. These leaders propagated that India should attain complete independence. They should attain complete independence. That is Purna Swaraj. They called it Purna Swaraj, complete independence. Even Indian youths were not happy with the dominion status, that the British wanted to give to India. So here it is said, these youths met on the banks of River Ravi in Lahore, under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru. There, the National General Assembly passed a resolution for complete independence. They passed the resolution for complete independence. On 26 January 1930, India took the oath of complete independence, and for the first time celebrated Independence Day. It was declared that January 26th, that January 26th would be celebrated as Independence Day in the entire country. In the entire country. Since then, January 26th became memorable day for India. It became memorable day for India. To make this day more memorable, after independence, India implemented its constitution on 26 January 1950 and announced to celebrate this day as Republic Day, and announced to celebrate this day as Republic Day. So friends, here we understood how the demand for complete independence started, by whom these efforts were started, and why 26 January is celebrated as Republic Day, why this 26 January was selected to implement the constitution. Hope so you have understood this. We'll learn about the other topic in our next lecture. Thank you friends.